been close to a year. I don't think it's too soon.
No,
Is it really? No, it hasn't.
No,
It's not been. No.
It's been 6 months.
Maybe 6 months. Yeah.
Miranda's like, it's been a quarter of a century.
She's like, I was pregnant and had a baby. Fuck
I
off.
remember the
know.
week
was
after
in the
Jimmy
early
died, they were
2000s.
just erecting the Eiffel Tower.
It was March. Yeah.
Wow, we actually do sound like her. That was pretty good.
Do you like that?
I don't have a New York City accent.
It was in the early
Max.
aughts.
You know, okay, like
Getting pissed off.
this is Rochester.
Rochester.
This is New York
Tell me
City,
more about
like over
Rochester.
in the laundry basket over here.
Oh my god!
The basket over here.
Like she can't hear it. She's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's been assimilated. It's over.
Assimilated.
Oh my
California's been washed away.
Resistance is futile.
True.
If you hear that incredibly deep, silky smooth voice, that's Anthony. Longtime fan of the show. Now on the show, special guest. What's up, man?
Am I silky smooth?
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying.
Nice.
That's
you-
not like Dory.
Are you that far hunched over your webcam, or are you as big as you look? How tall are you?
About like 6'2.5".
Jesus fucking Christ!
Okay.
Surrounded by monsters.
More or less a job.
I'm a normal person, but that's 6'2".
So
That's normal. That's
context-
normal.
For context, I'm 6 foot, and Alex said I was like 8'6".
It was ridiculous.
6
True.
foot.
So
I
How
had-
tall are you,
Anthony
Alex?
towers over me.
I'm 5'8", bro. I'm
Yeah.
tiny. I'm like a fucking Frodo over here.
I'll bring some
Is that-
phone books for you to sit on when we do the LBX.
Yeah.
You know
for
what?
real.
You know what we should add to the buying guide? Those inserts that make you 2 inches taller.
Lifts.
Yeah, the
Lifts.
lifts. The shoes with the lifts. Hey guys, thanks for watching Laser Everything, sponsored by our
you should
friend over at
fall over.
Lifts.
You know what? The wedding I was in, my friend wore lifts. So I will have her send them to you, babe. I'm sure she'll send them over.
I don't give a
I want to be
shit.
tall
Well,
someday.
Closer I am to the ground, the easier it is to punch you in the fucking nuts.
Sure, you
Okay.
just have to jump the
That's
door.
true. If I had to fight Anthony right now, that'd be my go-to move. Just dick punch, just right out of the box. I have no. Look at his hands. His hand is the size of my fucking head.
Alex, the sausage slapper.
That's right. The
slap
gender
up.
bender, as they call
Anthony
me.
Banana Hands Montez.
Oh my God.
Banana hands is better than salad fingers, you know.
Well, that's after the second date, but anyways, it's fine.
Oh shit. This is the 17th episode of Emergency Stop that you're listening to.
Why?
Did you guys know that we're coming up on the 100th episode of fucking the Laser Source podcast? That's ridiculous.
Hey,
What?
we don't talk about work here.
It's not talking about work. It's talking
That
about
sounds like work.
no. It's talking about podcasting. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
On
that's
a podcast. So meta. We're so meta right now.
We're
What's
meta.
up with legal?
Alex,
That's-
what is that background you have?
Oh, it's my coffee shop. I'm about to have a sausage egg McBagel. Like
Big
Matt did.
bagel.
butt hurts.
I was like 87% sure that was the Unabomber's shack.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like really concerned.
I
was
can
like,
send it back to this for this is what we're going to use at LBX right here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw someone sent me a screenshot of you with that the other day.
Someone was just
It's true.
openly mocking you.
I don't care.
Who does that?
Secretly openly mocking you.
I'm gonna
I
have to
openly mock him.
That's fair.
I'm gonna have to actively work at LBX in front of people openly mocking me in public. So I'm just gonna have to get over that.
No one's gonna actively mock you.
There's a couple people there that'll probably openly mock me. That's okay.
Dicks will get punched.
That's right. Don't forget
That's
it.
right. I'll bring dirt in my pockets. That's what I used to do when I was a kid.
To throw.
Yeah, throw it in people's eyes and then you punch them.
Oh, good. Yeah.
See,
It's a winning combination. I'm telling you, it got me
Nice.
out of a lot of ass kickings.
Remember when Alex was dead ass serious and he was like, "Should we hire security?" And I was like,
yes, I do.
No.
I don't know.
"No, we should not."
I don't wanna get
What the
shot,
fuck
dude.
is
That's why he
wrong
was like,
with
"Hey,
you?"
Anthony, what are you doing at LBX?"
Right. I feel like I'm being
Existing.
exposed right now.
Yeah, babe. So here's the
How
thing.
big are you exactly?
God.
Yeah.
You're like,
6,
Yeah,
8,
You'll do.
9.
You'll do.
How many weapons do you carry normally?
Anthony
230. All right,
is
perfect.
gonna help us out at LBX. So we need to come up with some kind of
Yay.
a release waiver for him to sign so that
In
he
what
can do that.
In what capacity? What's Anthony gonna do?
Yeah, I'll have
I don't
to-
know. He's gonna probably hold
All
the
around.
camera and push people.
I'm
Yes.
gonna try and sound as not stupid as possible.
Yeah.
buddy.
I mean,
That's a
luckily you're in
full-time
the
job
right
for me.
spot to blend in fine.
That's a
I know.
full-time job for me.
After Boyce's fucking get motivated class today, I think you're gonna be okay.
I reckon I'll have me some of them mustard and biscuits and cake.
Oh my god, babe, that
Oh,
sounds
man.
just like your dad. That's what her dad sounds like.
Oh, we forgot to post that sling blade thing I did. I'm gonna post that just for shits and giggles. That's funny.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez Louise.
Someone
I
is
was so
standing
frustrated.
right outside our open window and just like chilling with a flashlight.
Are they pointing it in their
Should I
house?
wave?
You should ask Anthony to come over and deal with it.
How soon can you be here?
He'll fucking just wave his hand and the gust of wind will just knock them away.
Yes.
It's like the Hulk slap.
Oh my god.
I was just thinking of a Princess Bride quote when Andre the Giant said he kept rhyming everything and it pissed the guy off.
He's like, I was just thinking about the Princess Bride.
I think about, you know what, that thing that you were saying about the
The
ask-
Roman Empire.
ask
Oh,
them.
no.
You've got a bunch of
Have
men
you
right
seen
here.
that? How often do you guys think about the Roman Empire?
I have
I don't even know what the fuck
coworkers
you're talking
ask me about that dumb shit all the time.
I
now.
saw it on social media and I was blown away at the responses.
So dumb. What do you think about all the time?
The answer is never. But
Yeah.
A bunch of the men in the social media trend were like a couple times a week, and I was like, "In what context? What are you thinking about? Are you just
your
sitting
slaves?
around?
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, you're just sitting
I
around
mean,
like,
probably
man,
if you think about
the
it,
Roman
really,
Empire.
if the Roman Empire was pretty much all about everybody banging each other. So, I mean, guys usually watch, little
Boys
girl,
and
girl,
girls
little
alike.
girl guy.
I
That's
think the
what
last
I'm
time
talking
I
about.
actively
Yeah.
thought about the Roman Empire was when I took my history class in college.
yeah, me too.
Never
Whenever the
since.
last time a teacher made me do it, that is when.
Exactly.
Or the last time I watched History of the World Part
Made you
1.
do it.
Well, I don't
The
know.
movie Gladiator made me think about it for a while.
Well, that's what's funny. I was gonna say Alex didn't do it. That's the whole problem.
Alex is like, what's high school?
Anthony's
wasn't
the
there.
only one. Yeah, I didn't go. Anthony's the only one who I don't think Miranda's asked this question to, like, off
What?
air. How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
The Roman Empire probably once or twice a month.
Are different
I can't
empires
even
and
tell if he's being.
Are different empires
being
a different
serious?
answer?
Yeah, I mean, every time I see an aqueduct, I'm like, that's so Roman Empire.
Like when you shit washed away from you,
Who else? Who else? I meet
It's
somebody
perfect.
named Romulus or Remus, and I'm like, hey, where are you from? It's not.
Who's your daddy?
Is it a wolf?
Oh God.
The reason that I brought that up is because I fucking actually could answer similarly about the Princess Bride. I feel like I think about the Princess Bride
I
at
love that
least
movie.
He does.
3 to 4
He
times a
brings it
year.
up- he
I'd say
brings it
3 to
up a
4
couple
times a year.
a month.
Well,
I'd say.
Anthony showed his hands like, did you look at the other donut? You know?
Well, I think like inconceivable that pops into my head.
Inconceivable.
Yeah.
Somebody says something, I'm like, inconceivable, and
Yeah.
they look at me like I'm.
I can already tell you, Alex would definitely be the wizard who like pumps in the like, what are you going to the castle for?
He's only mostly
True
dead.
love. It's true
Have
love.
fun. Have fun
Yeah.
storming the castle.
That's Miranda and Alex right there, the two of them.
That's
Well,
true.
I mean, they do have a rodent of unusual size, right?
Yeah.
Is that still
True.
going on?
Yep.
Good quote. Good quote.
Yep, definitely.
When death is on the line, it's a great
Yeah.
sidetrack.
Good times.
What's up, Kyle? What are
Speaking
you
of-
doing?
I have my peaches.
Chilling.
I know
Oh,
you
God.
do. I was gonna not bring it up. but
Calm
you brought
down.
it up.
Calm
We're
down.
on one half peach boys, one peach boys.
No, this is 3.
Oh my god, dude!
I had a couple before I came on.
He had a
Oh
couple
my
driving home.
I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
say, were you driving?
I had no. I had
All
one.
right, that's good.
It's not illegal if you're in the passenger seat.
Dude, I'll never
If
forget
you're not
the first
pulled
time.
over, it's perfectly legal.
I'll never forget the first time I had friends, parents of mine, like actually, because my parents are very strict about like everything, and so like we didn't even have alcohol in the house. And then like I go to my friend's house and we're going to the beach, and the dude's mom like takes a beer and pops it open and then hides it in a koozie, and she's just like, "I'm not driving, it's a roadie." And then it's like as we're driving, she reaches into another cooler that I didn't even see, and she pulls out one for her husband who's driving, and she's like, "He's barely driving." And I'm just like, "What the fuck is happening right now?" Like I didn't realize people just did this shit.
I'm gonna die.
Jimmy said that all the fucking time. It's a
What?
roadie.
When I worked at a
Oh
gas
my
station
God.
when I was in
Yeah, he
college,
would.
I lost faith in humanity, man. Just every day, the same people commuting back and forth into the city, and you just run into them at 9 o'clock at night when they're on their way home, and they're dumping the 12-pack out of the car into the gas station garbage every day.
I tell you what, I'm a felon that never got caught.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just am.
Yeah.
We all are. Let's be real.
I'm a good Christian person.
Oh, God bless you, son.
I never eat at night.
Matt
I grew-
also doesn't eat at night. Yep.
I drove home drunk once, and I'll
my
I'll
God.
never do it again. I fucking was bowling, of course. I just got fucking
That's the best place to be,
dude.
drunk.
Fuck
Really?
yeah, it is, bro. I love being drunk at the bowling alley. It's the best place in the world to get fucking
That
wasted.
says so much about all of us.
I mean, I lost $120 pair of Sauconys at the bowling alley because I refused to go back in. I was so
Pair of what?
Socks?
Sauconys. They're running.
Saucony, the running shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you said
Saucony.
socks. I was like, what the fuck?
These are fucking sweet socks.
Anthony's like,
I
yeah,
did
I'll
too,
buy
and I was like-
$120 pair of running shoes. No big deal.
You know,
I
baller.
mean, they'd be like, today at a local bowling alley, kids' heads were smashed while a guy was yelling out, I'm looking for my Sauconys.
I want the Sauconys.
Uh,
You just see him like the juggernaut.
we should go bowling. That's what we should do when we go to
We should do that in
LBS.
fucking Lightburn for sure. I'm down. I'm in.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
We should make it a thing. Like, hey, secret laser everything bowling party.
Secret annual
No.
bowling
We
party.
should go to a comedy club, man.
Oh, God.
Why? Oh, why?
That's how you get
To
stabbed.
not laugh at a
When
bunch
you,
of people's jokes?
Oh, for
No,
fuck's
dude.
sakes.
The open mics are awesome. I'm down.
Oh, you want to go up on stage?
All right, you
I'll
two
get up
can
there.
go fucking bowling or to
I'll go up
comedy
there.
clubs and not laugh at jokes, and Matt and I will go fucking get drunk and go bowling.
Fair.
I can
mean-
do both.
I was going to say, I'll tell my stories while we're bowling.
People that fucking do open mics are like, you know what's funny about the world is when you sit in the chair and you look down and you realize it's a chair from the 80s, and you're
Yeah.
like, hey, I left this in my workshop.
Have you ever been to one?
Comedy is so. I did one open mic, and I picked a spot. We went, and like the night before we went, I looked it up, and I was getting like some weird vibes. And then we showed up, and about 5 minutes into being there, I got my suspicions. And I was ordering some drinks for my wife and I look over at the sign, and it says Joystick Comedy Club. And it's got like an old school arcade joystick with 2 buttons next to it. And I was like, that's kind of funny. And
Funny, haha.
no, funny queer. The the bartender was giving me some vibes, right? So I'm like, whatever, okay, it's cool. We're in a college town, it's not a big deal. So I go and I sit next to my wife, and as soon as I sit down, she looks over at me, she goes, you know we're in a gay club, right? And I was like, son of a bitch. I had a feeling, but I wasn't sure.
Yes.
So
Wait, were you concerned that did all of your jokes revolve around calling
Oh,
people fucking gay?
Yeah,
So-
homophobes.
Yeah, I don't understand.
An open mic, you get 5 minutes. And I was working in a town like a half an hour away. So the drive there and the drive back, I was like kind of dry rehearsing my bit. So my very first time ever, I go on stage at a gay club, and 3 minutes of my material I called dildos and umbrellas, because it was a joke about how I felt that men that bought umbrellas for their own personal use probably also bought dildos for the same purpose. And here I am in a gay club texting my younger sister, who is a they them, and I'm like, hey, I think I kind of fucked up gay ball right now, and 3 of my 5 minutes are based around dudes shoving things in their ass. What should I do? and she was like, I think you should probably do the bit. And I was like, no, I'm not doing the bit. So
No, you gotta go. You gotta commit, man.
Like, you just see 3 angry men with umbrellas staring at you, judging you.
well, no,
Sometimes,
They're gonna shove an umbrella up your ass if you don't watch it.
The opener was a really, really nice man named Nancy that was wearing a denim dress and had a full beard. And so I felt like it probably wasn't the place to debut that material,
That
but
was me.
maybe.
That was boys.
So what did you do?
Sometimes-
A little bit, I'll probably be able to tell for sure.
Sometimes you just have to pull some shit out of your ass and throw it at the wall and see what sticks.
What
might
happened?
go over the
I need to
suction
hear
cup.
the end of the story. What happened?
What happened? I came up. I just kind of spitballed some shit. So I
Oh,
opened up
rough.
with a joke about. The opening joke was about. I don't even remember. It's been a year and a half, almost 2 years.
So I was sitting in the audience booing you and wishing that I had gone bowling. That's what I'm
I
hearing.
did a joke about like I worked with a guy who got arrested for doing mushrooms, and so like my second joke was like, I had a moral conundrum this week because my drug dealer got arrested for doing something way worse than dealing drugs. So because of that, tonight after the show we'll be holding open interviews outside because some of you kind of look like drug dealers. It was, I don't know, it was a thing. But it was.
I feel like I've made that joke about boys.
Well, I mean, kind of does give off that vibe. But
If it was a gay club, you should have just started off with, I thought this was a different kind of open mic night. Where's he at?
Rough.
oh,
Where's
my
Mike?
opening joke, it was about Kim Kardashian and
There's the joke.
Kanye. Yeah,
The
it
end.
was right around the same time that chick from the what's her name, Kaylee Cuoco from Big Bang Theory. So my joke was about how Kaylee Cuoco was getting divorced about the same time Kim and Kanye were, and how their situation was kind of like the same. It was just, I don't know. It was my first time ever doing comedy, so it was that basically.
At the very end, you should have just busted out the umbrella dildo thing and then be like, good night. And then you would have had a lot of really fun new fans.
And hate mail.
Only fans.
I like them tall.
Well, you guys will be happy to hear.
Look at his hands.
There's 2 bowling alleys within 12 minutes of LBX.
Fuck yeah.
Let's fucking
That sounds
go.
about right for Michigan
Done.
or
That's
wherever you're
Illinois,
at,
jackass.
That's the one
Michigan?
place
They're all New York after Georgia. Like, who cares?
Yes.
I'm
that's
trying
true.
I'm trying to think of like where in Illinois I can get drunk without making my wife jealous and upset that I got drunk on a trip that she couldn't go on.
I
And
told
I feel
you
like
you
the
can't
bowling
get drunk.
the bowling
because
alley is the answer.
You act like a fool when you.
I'm gonna act like the fool on bowling.
In
Mhm.
Peoria, Illinois.
Alex, you will not be alone. Okay?
That's right.
That's all I know.
Peoria, Illinois, the Las Vegas of the
And you'll
Midwest.
be with
Peoria,
probably-
Illinois, the Las Vegas of bowling.
Yeah.
You know what the best part is? So the bowling alley that closes later closes at 12:30. Then you have 3 fast food places within like a minute and a half of the front door of the
Oh,
hotel.
fuck yeah. That sounds
So
like
you
a
all
got
rhyme with
night.
Waffle House?
You got Buffalo Wild Wings, you got Qdoba, Steak and
Come
Shake.
on.
Can't
Waffle House?
fuck around with Buffalo Wild Wings after drinking all night at a bowling alley.
Hey, what? Yeah,
That's how you wake
That
up
sounds like
Sunday. That's
I
how you
fucking
wake up
hate
Sunday
Buffalo.
morning feeling like you need to jump out the window.
That's how you wake up Sunday morning without a kidney. it's like a recipe for disaster.
I hate Buffalo Wild Wings, man.
You're gonna have a really interesting. Can you imagine if you had the tent, by the way, that you were talking about earlier, and
Dude,
like
the
you're
glow
just sitting
tent's
there, and
legit.
all the fucking farts are trapped inside, of it,
Oh,
just whirling around.
The fan hasn't been on all day. I don't know how this thing is still standing.
It's like up, that motherfucker starts raising.
Is that the fan?
Who the fuck said I just hope it doesn't sound like we're talking inside of a giant plastic bubble?
I said an inflated basketball.
Or an inflate. Yeah, that's definitely what would have happened, by the
Just
way.
that skinny, like,
Yeah, totally. 100% would have
Is
been
that
the-
white noise? Might have been brown noise.
How are 3 of the 6 people on this fucking podcast looking at their goddamn phones?
Are you purchasing gift cards with our Amazon account?
No, I just got
No.
that tonight too.
What?
I just
Yeah.
got that tonight,
That's
I was
you,
like, this seems suspicious.
dude.
you are
I was
such a
gonna bring it up
sucker
on the
for
show.
fucking.
Yeah, that's so
For
funny. I
fucking-
just got 3 emails like
3
rapid
emails in a
fire.
row at
I
the
didn't
same
open
fucking
any of
second.
them. I was just like,
So I checked online. The first thing I did was Google the email, and like on Reddit it popped up.
Yeah.
It said just check your message center on Amazon. So when
Yeah.
you go to Amazon and you click on your account, then it down at the bottom it says message center, and all 3 of them came. I guess they must have just made
That's
a
what
deal.
she said.
No, she didn't. So all 3 of them were disappointed,
Selfish.
is what I would have heard. But anyways, literally they all 3 of them at the same time, right? And then so that's what that. I don't know what the fuck it's about, but it's real. And because I told Ashley, I was like, "Wake up! Someone's stealing our shit."
Yeah, I was like, oh, did somebody hack my fucking thing? But I don't see any digital purchases,
Yeah,
and
if
the
you're
card that's attached to Amazon is
Watch.
also not making purchases.
Yeah, go to
so
your message center and all.
I
3
don't
of
know
those
what
will be there.
Amazon's doing.
That's like when we got that thing
Amazon's having a moment.
on Facebook that was like, your Facebook page has been deleted or
That's what I thought
whatever.
it was.
That was pretty convincing for a minute. I'll give you that one.
Well, this one actually came
I
from
told you, you were like,
HTTPS.
you should open those messages.
You
And I was like,
shouldn't.
I didn't. I was telling you to open it because I'm on my fucking phone, you dumbass.
I was
And you're like, I don't know anything about this. And I was like, why don't you try opening it?
I was
Like,
fucking
look at it.
devastated when that prince from Ethiopia didn't send me that money.
oh my god.
Oh, wasted.
Uh,
At least you didn't think you were getting a job at fucking. Where the fuck did Michael think he was getting a job?
Pixar.
I don't remember, but he was
No.
like, yeah, they were gonna pay me $40 an hour, and I was like, that should
It
have
was
been
like
the red
it was like
flag.
Remax. It was like Remax.
Zero.
He-
Right.
Zero.
Test
Yeah.
that on an episode. It was a couple.
The fact that it was
couple
Remax should have been the red flag. Fuck
Oh,
Remax. I don't think anybody even works there anymore.
You fucking kid.
They haven't been legitimate since you were born, sir.
Yeah. What?
No,
What do you see?
before it was Remax, it was Max.
people outside. We need a
No.
curtain for that window.
Like refried beans. Maybe the beans are fine. We're just wasting time, right?
What?
Anthony's like, why the fuck am I on this show?
I'm just wondering why he's making bean jokes and
We don't know.
Hey, we
None
don't
of us know.
That's why he's here. Wild card.
Refried
This is the wild card.
You're
Who
wasting
knows what he's
time.
talking
Fried
about?
beans are good. You don't have to waste your time. Waste
More
time
than
on-
any other person that's
hell.
ever been on this show, I feel nothing for Anthony because Anthony has listened to every episode of this show.
And he still showed up.
I think multiple times.
Just come on.
Yeah, and he's still here. So fuck
Yeah.
you.
Anthony, what story of
Poor
mine do you want
bastard,
me to
your
retell?
ears.
Oh my
I
god.
said,
No.
what
There's one
story of
thing
mine do you
Matt
want me to
loves to
retell?
do.
All the time,
No.
you're like, Matt, you've already told that story,
No.
bro. I'm like, that's
None
right.
of them. Nobody wants to hear the story again.
You guys
Aw.
heard about the time I worked at the power plant?
No.
how about the time you drove through a fence in your black F-150? Because
It wasn't
What?
black.
No, what about the time that you parked the
That's-
car and then you got double parked and
yeah.
couldn't get out and then
That's
you
the one,
you
You
bashed through
plowed the
that?
car over.
Yeah. That was a good one.
I just put it in 4 low and it went over the other car in front of me.
Said, fuck these people.
We
I
were
rode
at
my
the bank.
alligator in the next time.
Oh my god. We were at the bank yesterday and we watched the oldest man in the world just back his minivan straight into someone's car. Like
We did,
I
but it
was
was like
I was like, no, he's not gonna hit her car. He can't. Like
It was
he has like 10 feet. I was like,
it was
no
like we
way. And
filmed
then he
it with
does
the Chronos and then played it back too. It was like
And the woman was just standing there and like watched it
was
happen.
so
It's
slow.
just like, oh my god.
it was really slow.
I
That
was
just
like,
so you
they
guys.
should
How many of
take
you
your
ever?
license away.
How many of you guys have had to drop kids off in like car line or all that shit? Any of you
yes.
guys?
That I refuse.
Yeah.
That's
So
Miranda's
so
job.
you all know. So the like basically now that I work here, I can actually. So I drop the kids off, and I used to have to like haul ass out, and I'd be like fighting people like the other people were trying to get out of the elementary zone. But now I drop the kids off, and there's like 10 minutes. If I just sit there and look at my phone and check some emails, I don't have to fuck with that. I can just sit there and watch all the crazy people go, and then it's literally like me and 5 other people. So that's exactly what happened the other day. All these people left. Then I see this lady coming in like a bat out of hell. She's on 2 wheels, like like trying to pull in, and she pulls in. And then the thing is, to get out of there, you almost have to. The smartest way to do is like back in, so that you can leave again, right? So what she does is she turns in perfectly. And then you can see her yelling at her kids like, "I'll fucking kill you!" Like you could just see her losing it. And I felt with
Hashtag
her.
Florida.
Like, yeah, well, hashtag any parent. Like it's like get your shit out. Like, and the girl in the back of the car is like putting her hoodie on. Like you know, and like you could just tell it was one of those mornings. So I felt bad for this lady. So as she's yelling at the kid, I see her just drop it into reverse, and then literally all you see is just like you said, like the slow. I'm like, there's a tree, there's a large tree, ma'am. There's a tree, and like I'm trying to like yell it out at her, and I wave at her to say behind you.
Oh, she like, hey,
really like this. She's like, and then she sees me and goes like, huh? Boom, like just slams into the tree, and I'm like, I didn't know what to do, and so she just gets out. She's like, thank you for trying to tell me. She's like, thank you, and she's rolling up her window, and you can just tell she's like, you motherfuckers at the kids, and I'm just like, oh,
They probably deserved it.
yeah. Well, and they got out, and there was like 5 kids in the car. Like it was like a clown car rolling them out. I was like, oh my god. But I got my 3, and it's the same way. You just like roll them out, and people are like, how many people are in that vehicle? But man, that was insane. Like she just, and then the worst part was she tried to like play it off cool later because I still was sitting there.
She just took out the tree. She's like,
she's like, no.
Oh, and it, like on her way out, like it had the tire on the back of the vehicle, and it had popped. Like it popped the tire, it hit the thing so hard and so high, and then on top of that, it had crunched and collapsed in like the little back panel. And she's just like
60 miles an hour.
Like yeah, I mean it's a big ass oak tree. She slammed into it. I don't know how to like because she went up
the tree
up the root system of it and like just nailed it. And I just was like waving at her like, "Have a great Thursday." Like, oh my god!
You did not have a great Thursday.
Nail her. And then I went and had a sausage biscuit, and it was fucking
breakfast and a show.
Pretty much. Just imagine sitting there with a straw and a smoothie, like watching it all happen.
Were you there, babe, the day that the fucking like dude hit the woman in the suicide lane outside of the office and then like assaulted her? Or no.
What?
Yeah.
Oh
there's a lane for that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sweet.
It's the one in the middle. You just pull into it and then push the gas pedal down all the way.
No, it goes straight to Niagara Falls, actually.
They
have one, it's mandated on every road in New York, actually. We have to have it just in case.
Yeah, you take a left once you get onto the Rainbow Bridge. And Anthony's not allowed there anymore because he told too many jokes about umbrellas.
The RGBTQ community is mad at me, right, Matt?
Yeah. When I was putting up these lights and stuff, I was like, oh, well, that's cool. I should do some other stuff in RGB. And I made my freaking logo in RGB, like on, what's that new thing I downloaded? Photo Room or something like that?
Give me the D.com. What's that?
Photo Room?
I don't know. What's it called? I still don't know. I'm looking at the program. I don't even know what it's called. Anyways, I downloaded this one app, and basically it took the logo, and you can apply like little GIFs to it and stuff, and it changed it to like this shit behind me right here. And they were just ragging on me in freaking team chat. And then somehow it turned into RGBTQ.
Because he said donate on the RGB, and I was like, "You mean RGBTQ?" Because I told him Pride Month was over when he posted.
I think it's RGBTQ plus now.
Oh,
right.
Sorry.
Yeah. That's what Govey.
I apologize for my insensitivity.
Yeah, Anthony, if you look out your windows, how many views on the other side of the 4 walls of your house contain corn?
Corn? One.
It's one more thing.
Yeah.
He's like, it's just what?
Acorns, and then corn.
Acorn means not corn?
Technically. But if you're talking about the preceding A, then it's 3, and just corn is just 1.
That's fucked up. How much corn is on your drive when you go to work? Is it like a lot or a little corn?
I just work from home, so it's not.
Oh, you just work from home. Fuck.
You live in Iowa?
What the fuck do you do? What's your job? I don't even know what your day job is.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, I work part-time at a gas station, but that's just to cover rent for my upcoming, hopefully, office space. So, yeah. I was doing the car sales, then I moved into detail when we moved here, but then my wife got a job at the prison, so like,
oh shit,
that now.
Lock it down, bro.
Sugar mama.
Exactly, yeah.
Yep.
So that's what's enabling me to do the laser stuff. So as soon as this hospital gets remodeled, then
Okay, so allow me to rephrase. How much corn do you think your wife sees on her way to work every day?
a lot.
Yeah, okay, good.
Miles of corn.
Yeah. Miranda and I drove across the country 2 summers ago, and the one thing that I remember one
2
summer
summers
ago,
ago?
I don't fucking know how old our kids are.
3 summers ago, yeah.
The thing that sticks out the most in my mind about that drive was the corn of Iowa.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you went along the I-80 corridor, then you saw it.
Did we drive through Iowa?
You
Yeah.
had to.
I'd imagine you guys stuck
Yeah,
out.
we had to.
Yeah.
I-80 goes right through Davenport and
Nebraska,
Yeah, I guess
Iowa.
we did. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
is it safe to say with the homage of the internet is for porn, Iowa is for corn?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
It never ends. It's almost like the first 3 or 4 hours you're driving through Iowa, it's like, wow, that's a lot of corn. And then like the 5th hour, you're like, this is starting to make me anxious. Like just anxiety inducing level
you had to
of
go
corn.
to Indiana first, which is not the same as Iowa. It just looks the same.
you're going the wrong
So-
way. Indiana would be after Iowa, wouldn't it?
No, I'm saying no before. If you're going from New York,
Oh, from New York, yeah. But
If you're
No,
going,
we're on
going
the
the
same
dumb
page.
way.
Voice is being weird. Yeah.
I'm being weird.
well, no, one time we did drive through Indiana, but it's because we specifically took that route.
What's
Normally,
in
we
Indiana?
don't.
What's the state that
Nothing.
has that stupid? Remember, we drove for like 50. I think it was Nebraska. We drove for like 50 hours that day, and it was like pull over and see our little bridge that goes over the freeway.
yeah, that's
That was-
Nebraska for sure. It's got like a Walgreens in
I was
it.
gonna say that's not Indiana. I don't think so.
Is
I
it
remember
Nebraska?
that.
There's one. Just a Walgreens.
What a fucking piece of shit that
Oh.
was. It was like,
The whole
please
thing
stop and
sucks.
say hi. And I was like,
It's like scenic view ahead.
I don't
We're
think I
like,
will.
Okay, what is happening?
oh yeah, that was terrible too.
Matt's
We
trying to get
pulled
me to see
over.
butt cream and just keep
So
driving.
like,
We
We
pulled
have
over
concrete
and it was
here.
like scenic view. And we were like, dope. We could use like a stretch. We're going to see something sick. We got the film cameras out. We
It
were
was
taking like
fucking
photos.
corn.
Yeah. And we fucking got up onto like this
It was
little
more
thing.
corn.
You like walk up a little ramp
You
and
don't
you get to
have
the
corn
top
that
and it was
brings
just
tears to
fucking
your eyes.
cornfield. And it's like, here's a scenic view. And I'm like, this is great. America.
Yeah, like if you build it, they will
And there's
corn.
no cell reception, so you can't upload the pictures that you took. So you're just fucked.
They're just like, no one
You
will
just
know.
have to sit in your
Just
car and
corn.
masturbate to the pictures of the
Can you- I
corn.
can imagine like 6 people just like this in a phone call being like, what do we do for a scenic view? I say we put them in a place where they can't tell nobody shit. And then what are they going to do? They're looking at corn.
I'm pretty sure that's next to like a World War I tank museum too. It's like awesome.
Did they hide that in the corn? Because I certainly didn't see it. Is that where all of the
Didn't.
corn that they use to make the corn mazes in the Northeast comes from? You guys just dry it all out and just ship it up to us?
Yeah. 100% like legit. You can buy the Field of Dreams whiskey because the Field of Dreams was in Iowa.
Oh my god!
Where the if you build it, they will come.
What else do you have in Iowa that is famous that people would know? Slipknot.
The world's
Slipknot.
largest ball of string.
Absolutely, fucking Slipknot.
Yep,
Yes.
fucking Slipknot. I think that's it though.
Pretty much, yeah.
Slipknot, corn,
Wrestling,
University of Iowa.
wrestling.
yeah.
Iowa University
Iowa's
is the
huge
biggest
wrestling, and they've actually been putting in
Oh,
NFL stars too. So
wrestling.
Doesn't Iowa do potatoes too?
No, it's
No,
Idaho,
Idaho.
sir.
They're
Boy,
On
kind
the
of-
other
Idaho.
side of the country.
I
That's the
know
one that's
Idaho,
pointed
yeah.
like this. It's like
Doesn't matter. They kind of sound the same.
no, it's pointed like this because
Because you live in Idaho.
yeah.
Where do you live? Boise.
Idaho is home of Napoleon Dynamite.
Wow.
Where
What
the
a
movie got filmed?
interesting
Movie
fact.
was filmed and takes place in Idaho. That's why everything seems like it's the 80s. It's just Idaho and it's
Just never
really
advanced.
behind.
It never
Yeah.
evolved.
Yeah, it never moved out.
That's
Yeah.
savage.
True story.
I had to
Savage.
drive.
Wow.
I drove from Michigan to Iowa like 8 freaking times by myself a couple years back.
Why? 8?
You
Probably
just
drug runs.
encouraged it.
No,
Specific and seems like too many times.
Yeah.
no, I
Yeah,
was
what were you
knocking on.
doing?
He
I
was
was not
going to
gonna
see that scenic. He was going to see the scenic view.
through.
Knocking on doors and selling Molly.
to masturbate to corn.
Masturbating with corn.
Boyce used to just be
Yeah.
able to masturbate with corn, but then he got addicted to Molly, and now he can't masturbate to corn anymore unless he does the drugs. So he has to keep driving back to Idaho to get more.
What I do is I get canola oil and I put it on the corn cob.
Oh shit!
He never even told us what it was. What did you do? Why are you doing
registering
that?
voters was active.
Ooh.
Oh, for
He was down here
fucking
for the caucus.
Yeah.
Andrew.
Caucusing.
Imagine.
He's like, I'm going down to Iowa for that.
I got to meet Bernie.
Imagine having no life and fucking doing that.
Yeah, it happened. I still don't have one.
I'm a patriot. I wrote
That's a lot
Bernie
of
in.
fucking driving.
Oh, look at my big boy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Samson.
Samson
big
is
cat.
the Anthony of cats.
What do you
Yeah, he
feed
is.
that fucking thing?
He's
Nothing.
18 pounds.
Tiny
Jeez.
humans.
He used to weigh 20 pounds and then they cut off his ding dong.
We did.
It's true.
Yeah, true story.
You don't have a penis, huh? How's
No.
that life?
Oh, that's the one right there.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's the
This is-
dickless cat. That's the eunuch.
the one.
What's funny is like one day Alex picked him up. Like I'd never really seen the fucking cat before, and Alex like lifted him up to pet him, and I'm like, "What is that? Like, did you let a raccoon in from the
I
street?"
know. I thought a fucking mountain lion jumped on the fucking rock. Jesus
My,
Christ.
Wow.
You guys
They're
got
calling.
raccoons in New York?
my
Go
boy
down to
Teddy
the zoo,
went
for
to the
Christ's
vet.
sakes.
Teddy
is
went to the
getting-
vet.
Little
My boy
raggedy.
Teddy
looking.
went to the vet. I think it was 3 weeks ago. He's 20.7 pounds.
Hey, your
Wrong.
vibrator's ringing.
That's the
Somebody's
wrong
corn
answer.
cob's going.
I mean,
You're fired.
It's my dryer. It's going to do it like 4 more times, which is really convenient and great. I'm glad I know
open
that
it.
the cycle's ending.
Jessica, just go ahead and start it here. Tell us, Kyle, what happened at the vet.
Oh, he's 20.7 pounds. He's a
Oh my god.
Oh my
God.
he's a
god!
chungus.
And none of that is fur because he doesn't have any.
He does now, but
Oh, that's good.
It like maybe half a pound of it is for
I
real.
would scream like a bitch if I saw a 21-pound animal with no fur just being like,
I think Anthony's voice is so deep because he's so giant that he gets noise canceled because it's just too bassy. And then he just gets. I see him talking when other people are talking, and he's like,
I can tell that
He's
I'm
just like-
a sick bitch.
"Ooh,
"You're a
There's a little
bassy
cat
bitch." That's it, bassy.
Cat
Gotta get the
burn.
snap right.
Did I tell you guys? Me and Courtney were looking at Maine Coons,
yes,
giant Maine Coons.
yes." I don't know
Somebody
why.
get
Oh
a
my god,
tattoo?
babe, go open the
Tattoo
dryer.
shop.
But it's just one more.
That's a dryer. I can sit
Just
on.
throw the cat into it while you're at it. Man.
Turn the face up on that shit.
That dryer beats spin cycle 10 out of 10.
You can't even fucking turn it off too. It's the most frustrating part.
Voice is
It
like,
just-
I
that's
wish
the
my
only
corn
setting.
did that.
I lost the filling.
Kyle, I did have a cat that was half Maine Coon, and he was an asshole. So I don't know if that's a Maine Coon thing or if it was just that cat. But man,
I
he
don't
was a
know.
real
I had a
fucking
cat.
dick.
Normally, they're considered gentle giants.
I had a
Yeah,
Maine
he
Coon.
was-
He was chill.
he
His
was
name was
not.
Paws.
He was an angry asshole.
My dad
Yeah,
threw him down the
nice.
basement stairs.
Oh my god,
Brutal.
emotional damage.
Oh shit!
Emotional damage.
Don't worry about the physical damage. It's emotional damage. Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, I see those people like Savannah cats and shit, and it just blows my mind. I'm like, how can you live with
All
some
those
shit?
predators.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
that,
fuck that.
cats.
That's dumb.
Cats are assholes all the time. Every once in a while, that giant fucking cat is going to be an asshole, and it's going to fuck you up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They're apex predators.
Yeah.
Bring it
Well,
to your house and give it
that
a chicken
cat
bone. Like,
Is
no.
never an asshole somehow. We got the nice. He had a sister though who was a fucking
She's a
bitch, and she
bitch.
would bite you. She would scratch you. She would do anything. but
Luckily,
she,
she was like,
she fucking ate shit. So
her name was Pork Chop, and she was about the size and shape of a pork chop. So
and then she shit herself to death.
she did. Her butt.
Why have I had
opened.
two
God,
pets
dude.
that have done that? That's
I don't know.
strange. That's a
Yeah,
weird
it's
coincidence.
These fucking animals, man.
I
Did they eat
don't
the
know.
Taco Bell?
I don't know.
Licked
I
it
don't
to
know
the
what
corn.
she ate. She just fucking shit and shit and shit, and then she died.
She did. She died doing what she loved.
She did. Oh, Jesus.
You gotta be shitting me.
Matt, why do you look like you're waiting to chloroform
Full of
small
shit until she
children?
was.
No, I was literally just looking at the big cat rescue, like when you guys were talking about, like, oh yeah, I saw big cats, and it's funny because like I actually met Carol Baskins way before all of this shit happened.
Stop.
Because I'm in Tampa. Tampa has a big cat rescue.
Tiger fucking
And
king,
so, like,
baby.
they were like, I'm not kidding you. They were right down the street from my grandma's house, so we could literally take a 5-minute walk over there, and you pay $5, and you get to pet the giant like tigers and shit like that. And well, you didn't get to pet the giant tigers; you got to pet the cubs. But either way, like, so, like, I didn't realize that whole thing was going to happen later. But yeah, that was definitely fun. So when you're sitting there talking about Maine Coon cats, I'm like, oh, that's cute. Like, I mean, dude, those tigers and shit, they're friggin' massive. But I think Carol Baskins probably was scarier.
I think we need a mega clip for eStop, just like for social media or something. And it's just Matt starting all of his stories about all of the ridiculous bullshit that he's done. He's like, actually, I got my pilot's license. Oh, yeah, I used to pet Carol Baskin's tigers. It was great.
Wait,
Actually,
Matt, I have an important question. Do you think Carol Baskin killed her husband?
Absolutely, obviously.
I mean,
I didn't ask you.
I don't think she killed him.
Obvious.
I think she probably paid someone to
No, I
chop
think
them up and
she
then
did
feed them
it.
to the cats, and then now he's in a pile of shit that got tossed a few years back.
I think she did
Probably
it herself.
deserved it.
I don't
It's like
think he did it. Yeah, I think she
piano
just
string.
People deserve to die.
I think she paid
Some
somebody.
people probably do.
Like they live in a pretty nice place. I think she paid somebody. It's fine. In Tampa, this is the kind of place you find people to do that kind of thing pretty easy. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, yeah, they're on the first 48 quite often. So
Like,
Why did you say that's Anthony, not Andrew?
it's
because you called him Andrew earlier.
No, I
You
didn't.
dummy. Yeah, you did. You go
On
back-
this show?
I said that I was gonna do nootropics, and you said, "What are those?" And I said, "They're like brain steroids."
on the show, you called him Andrew. You dope. One time.
Oh, on a show?
Yeah, he did it one time. It's okay.
No,
I told him, I said, that's
he
Anthony,
doesn't
you
even
dope.
call her children.
Stop
the
having
right
fucking
names.
similar ass stupid names. How about
My
that?
old boss
Knew he
is
was gonna
like
say
Angela,
it.
too, though.
He's like, from now on, your name is Carol Baskins.
Carol Baskins.
I don't know if you
We're gonna
guys
call you Big Cat Rescue.
saw this, but I really want to share this with you.
Hey, that's
Isn't that great?
rude.
I didn't take the screenshot.
I did.
It says-
That's rude.
It says Miranda's ready to be drinking pumpkin spice in her living room.
Oh,
I-
yeah, dude.
I actually had to turn it off because it was freezing up my computer.
It's a good one.
Very sad.
That's a nice-
That was a
Now
good
you can
screen
see
capture.
my 2 baskets of laundry that I've stacked because
Hmm.
I sorted them.
That's like our favorite game to play, Anthony, is just catch people looking fucking weird. Like right now, you got boys
Yeah,
looking
what
at
are you
tentacle
doing?
porn.
Why are you
I'm-
in the dark?
My
Yeah.
lights turned off. I don't know why.
That's why I asked him, why do you look like you're waiting to chloroform a bunch of children?
No, I had the red light on when that happened. We were talking about Carol Baskins. I wanted to be in
He wanted to
like,
be
on point.
spooky.
That was a non-answer.
What do you
That-
guys think of Carol Baskins? You think she did it? Just like zoom in. What do you guys think of Carol Baskins?
Christ.
Carol Baskins Robbins.
Oh,
my
man,
God.
I have
my
ice
God,
cream.
we have ice cream.
Oh,
Oh,
Me Too murders.
fuck yeah.
Like they're gonna have
Ice cream
to
night.
literally just this is where you insert the pause music. Doo, 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 and you just like come back. and it's
I'm
like
not even
Alex,
going
like,
to wait. I'm going to get
well,
it right now.
yeah, we door dashed ice cream last night. So
Oh yeah. Like by the way, they didn't even know. Like Alex is like, what's 4 ounces or what is it? What did he say? What's a pint versus 4
he's
ounces?
like,
or something?
is a pint or 4 ounces more? No, it's
And I just went. I said 4 ounces
Yeah.
is like literally the tip of your dick. Like that's what that is. It's like
It's 4 shots of alcohol.
That's
it
exactly
is
what I said. That's what I had to say. As soon as I said 4 shot glasses, Miranda
a
goes,
baby
"That's a good
bottle.
Yeah, exactly. That's like what you like. I guess like when you're driving around and you're just desiring a cup of ice cream, like a half a cup of ice cream. Like
Yeah,
what
I
is
said
that
I was like, that's like a personal size thing they would sell, you know, like you would get at
That
like a
seems like
little
it would
kid's
be like-
birthday party.
for? To maybe like try a new
The
flavor.
Friendly's personal cups
Yeah.
in the freezer
don't-
section.
People
I
like
don't need you
Old
to judge
Stone,
me.
Like, I'd like to try that
I don't need you to
flavor.
judge me.
Yeah, because like Ben and Jerry's has some weird fucking flavors. Like they really do. They got some weird ones.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Ben and
Oh,
Jerry's
fish food.
flavor?
This is fish food.
Probably the cherry chocolate one. What's that one called?
Was that
Cherry
Cherry
Garcia.
Garcia?
Cherry Garcia. Yep.
That's the shit. That's the
Fish
truth.
food would probably be a very fucking close second because of the marshmallow cream and the caramel swirl in it. Fuck yeah. But yeah.
What's funny is Alex didn't know. He was like, "Why the fuck would they call it Fish Food?" And I was like, "Because Fish the band." And he's like, "Who the fuck names a band Fish?"
And he was reading it, so like
Hot
there's
take.
no excuse.
Fish the band
even that.
sucks. How about
Yeah.
that?
More or
You
less.
suck.
Yeah, why would you name a fucking
Well,
Fucking-
when you're stoned out
fucking
and like
name thing?
on some good shrooms, like Fish probably sounds amazing.
When I was on some good shrooms, I was listening to Daft Punk, not fucking Fish.
So, Miranda, is Fish Food your favorite?
Probably.
Alex,
I'm
what's
a
your favorite?
big fan of the American.
Cookie dough, bro.
Like
Yes.
that.
I don't fuck around.
Cookie dough
My
sucks.
favorite is American Dream and S'mores as a follow-up.
Hmm.
I don't think I've ever had Ben and Jerry's.
I mean, it's just ice
We
cream.
need to fix that.
You guys
Well,
really hate
yeah.
it in Florida.
Yeah, we have Publix down here, and like Publix in the South, like it just has fucking delicious everything. So like their store brand ice cream is like it probably is Ben and Jerry's just rebranded or something. Because
Play
it's
a
like,
drinking
sounds like-
game. Take a shot every time Matt says we have Publix down here in the South.
There's a lot of Publix exposure going on.
Yeah, I'm trying to. By the way, I'm secretly that we're getting paid for it, Alex. You're fine.
I made a fish. Boy,
Whenever Matt refers to
Yeah.
Florida as the South, I'm like, is it?
what peach are we on?
I mean,
It's the
we're
anus
like
of
the
the South.
taint of the United States.
Three.
I didn't ask you about anuses. What do you mean 3? Go to 4.
I started with 3.
Did you engrave that glass? Let me see.
No.
Started with 3.
What is it? Oh, I thought. I swear to God, it looked like it had engraving.
You still have an hour and 13 minutes to go, my friend. So pour another.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2 episodes, bro. Like always.
Shit.
How do you always forget?
You guys can't let Alex drink hard liquor. Here, you remember he's got a bad
I'm not going
time.
to
just
drink
cry a
hard
lot.
liquor.
Wanna
I
bet?
know better.
Cry a lot. Don't
Wanna
cry a lot.
bet?
Yeah.
I know better.
We're starting with Jaeger bomb. First
I'm too
fucking-
old for that shit. Fuck that.
Oh my God! The
I'm
last time I
fucking
had
old
Jaeger
and I'm still
bombs,
rocking.
If I fucking drink hard liquor at the bowling alley, I will hit the ground before the fucking shot glass does.
You know how many times Alex has taken my drinks and been like, I'm just gonna take a sip of this. And I was like, don't do that. And he's like, this is kind of strong. And I'm like, that's literally just a cup of vodka, bro. Like, don't drink that. You're gonna die. And
Anthony
then
didn't know who he
an
was.
hour
sitting
later, he's dead. Because he
It was
has the
hilarious
tolerance of a
because-
child.
with. My kidneys were crying, but then Alex was.
Yeah, it's true. This is fucking delicious, by the way.
I think
These-
the last time. What's the
These
last time?
chunks, these cookie dough chunks are like gigantic. They're like huge chunks of
What did
cookie
you
dough.
get? The chocolate chip
Do you
cookie
like putting the
No.
chunks of that in your mouth?
dough? What?
Fucking Kyle. Did you like those chunks, didn't you? You fucking big gay bitch. You fucking put those chunks right in your mouth, fucking chunky little boy.
And the sound effect, please. There we go.
Yeah, you need to get that queued up.
I have buttons. I push buttons. Kyle doesn't even do it anymore. He sits there with his hands
Mine's-
folded.
No, my voice meter is fucked up, so I can't.
Oh my god. You
That's
should
true. I
get-
think the last time Kyle pressed one, it blew our fucking ears out of our like skull. I
No,
was like,
no,
oh my God.
That was Alex.
that would
Oh, okay, yeah.
The last time I pressed it, it didn't work because voice meter.
I think they're all. I have all of my audio levels on these mostly leveled out at this point. I think.
Wow, what a cool story.
Cool story, bro.
bro.
It's always like, I tried to talk to you and you were really mean. And I was like, what are you talking about? I'm never mean to you.
Except for every time that we talk about high school. Or pints and ounces, I guess.
I couldn't
Full
believe you
pint.
asked me. I was like, are you fucking serious? Like, is that a real question?
I
You're like,
don't know.
what? And I was like,
I think he came on to Discord like looking for support, and that wasn't going to happen.
I
he's like, I need an emotional support friend tonight. And I'm like, go find
you know what I
someone
need?
else.
I need my volume measurements in metric. That's what I need. I don't fucking know what a fucking ounce of anything is.
You live in America.
An ounce is 30 milliliters. There you go.
I don't believe you. That sounds
It is.
made up.
I sold perfume forever.
Hey Google, how many milliliters are in an ounce?
30, you cunt.
29.574 milliliters.
Oh, you were close.
Oh, round up, you piece of shit.
No, rounding's for douchebags.
I was gonna say he dropped out of high school. He doesn't know how to round.
Oh,
You know
that's
how to
fair.
round.
He's like, did I round to the nearest tins?
Almost is for horseshoes and hand grenades, my friend.
Well,
Round is for
technically-
bowling.
I'll be right back.
Technically, on a 1 ounce spray.
No, he's about to pull the boy. He's in the Boyce spot. He's going to pull a Boyce.
No, he's probably gonna go yell at a kid.
He's just not going to come back.
Yeah.
That's it. Everybody start looking for the ghosts.
I really want food now. Like watching you guys like kill that. I don't. We got cupcakes, I think.
Dude, I'm
Well, I'll get
serious.
another drink.
I killed
I'll be back.
I killed a plate of cheese.
Drink
and
break.
crackers
Go get it, boys.
before the show.
Look how big these cookie dough chunks are. They're like,
2 balls.
Like a whole cookie.
I know.
Yeah. That's actually
and
pretty solid.
one's hanging lower than the other.
Mm-hmm. That's how I like it.
I like it when they dangle.
We got
right
9
in front of
minutes
me.
left.
The
I like
chunk.
how Alex was like, yeah, like 3 summers ago when we drove across the country. I was like, you mean last summer when we conceived our youngest child?
In 1973,
how did you
when we
forget?
drove across
I don't know.
in
We're
our,
always
Gremlin.
conceiving children. It doesn't.
It was kind of a memorable trip. Like,
we're
what's wrong
always
with you?
we're always conceiving
where
children.
did we go on that trip, Alex?
I don't know. The Tijuana.
Yes.
You brought back your adopted daughter,
Yeah.
Yes,
Mijita.
that's right.
Man Mountain. We went to Man Mountain. As
That
Felix
sounds
still,
like the club. That's
as
the name of the club
Felix
that Anthony
still
opened
calls it. Yeah.
I mean,
Name of the club that Anthony
he
opened.
calls it Man Mountain because we told him it was called Man Mountain.
Men in
Jesus
Wait,
Christ.
what the fuck did I just come back to?
Man Mountain.
Man,
Man
Mountain.
Mountain.
I
That's
said
what our
that's the
son
name
calls
of the-
Mount Rushmore.
That's the name of the club
Oh.
that Anthony opened up at.
Anthony's like, oh, I call it Man Mountain too. He's like, that's fine.
We're going to Man Mountain and we're going to meet Open Mike. He's a really nice guy.
Open mic.
That's what they call him.
Honestly, I think that joke would have killed it as at a gay bar, as the resident person who is part of the not straight
The
community.
RGBTQ.
Yes, I think they would
Yeah.
have thought that was hilarious.
But
They would
as
have been
a-
like, that's
As
funny
a
as
large
fuck.
white man who lives in Iowa, his white guilt just kind of took over.
Because
He couldn't do it.
one of the times I went on, we went to a
I
fucking
can
sex
see him.
toy
I can
museum.
literally see
I
him.
know. Do you see his face? He's like,
We went to a sex toy museum once, me and a bunch of gay people in the middle of fucking San Francisco, because of course it was there. And they did have an umbrella sized dildo. So, like, they probably would have thought
Yeah.
it was funny. They would have been like, that's it. You're
So-
not wrong. Like,
Yeah, I don't.
If anyone ever visits Tampa, which,
I would rather kill myself.
yeah, me
Right.
too. I'd
We'll go
I'd
point-
rather kill anybody.
Remember the banana spider story? That was it for me.
oh, that
I
wasn't
was like,
Tampa. That was Osceola. That's like an hour and a half away in the camps.
well,
Doesn't
well,
it rain
just-
fucking iguanas where you live?
yeah.
Only when it's
Just,
freezing.
like, cut the
When it's
whole
cold.
state off.
Yeah, when it gets cold, you'll see them fall out of the trees.
Lizards.
Insert that gif of Bugs Bunny sawing it
Yeah.
off.
We're just, you know what? You guys are doing it to yourselves. We're going to let you. we're gonna
Well,
let you
so
think.
what I was gonna say is in Tampa, there's this place. It's like the legend. Like every town has like the one porn shop that's been around since like the 1950s.
I have no.
No,
idea
man.
what you're talking about.
No.
Um,
In this
Well, I forgot
case,
one of you lives in
is it the
Iowa,
20th
one of
bar?
you lives in Rochester, and the other one's in Connecticut. So you don't live in big cities, but
There's a lot of porn shops in Rochester, but they aren't
well,
fucking
so we have like
community
it's like
anchors.
the family. It's like the community porn shop. Like everybody's because it's next to the university. So like everybody who moves down here from wherever, like when they've never been themselves around their parents, it's the place where everybody goes to in college. So like literally, you go to Steak and Shake, you get drunk at the bowling alley, you go to Steak and Shake, and you end up at the Todd, is what it's called. It's literally the
That's
Todd.
terrible.
TODD. And so if you've ever been, it's down the road from the Pegasus Lounge where Ponyarchy happens. It's a true story.
Okay.
And so when you walked in, like imagine you think that they in most places like the sex shops would have like blacked out windows and stuff like that. So, for like laws and stuff, and they do. But when you open the doors to this place, they slide open like you're going into a convenience store. And it's like ding bong. And right when you walk in, there's a ding dong instead of a bing bong. And there's this thing called the Liberty Challenge. So my whole 4 years of high school, there was this dildo called the Liberty Challenge. And it was a red, white, and blue dildo that was like, imagine a 2-liter with a suction cup on the bottom. And it said, America. It's like all it said.
Yeah.
So what
And
do you
it's
get?
like-
What do you get for winning the challenge?
I don't know what the challenge was. It was
Of
just,
Obviously, the
doctor.
challenge is to
I
take
never,
the whole
like,
thing.
it was one of those things that I immediately just started, like, fearing for my life and walking past.
Yeah, they're like, if you can shoplift this, you get to keep it.
Yeah. If you can Kegel this out, you win.
There's a place in Cheyenne, Wyoming, where I was stationed at, and it's called the Green Door. And it made Playboy's list of the top 10 worst strip clubs in America.
Oh, God.
And it's a drive-through liquor mart / strip club. So when you drive up
That's
to
right.
the little
It's a
drive-through,
drive-through strip club.
it's a drive-through liquor mart that has strippers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in Wyoming, the open container laws are if you're outside city limits and the passenger has an open container, you're good to go.
Oh, nice.
They have drive-through liquor marts. So you can drive up and they open up a window and there's like a fence on the other side. And when they open up the window, you can look in and there's a stage there. Yeah.
Yeah.
There wasn't necessarily like a pole on the stage. It was more like they cut a hole in the drop ceiling and there was a part of like the fire suppression system that was closed. And the ladies hung off of that while they were dancing. And yeah, there was lots
I'm
of
picturing
women.
like the CVS pharmacy drive-through, but when you look
Yeah.
in, it's like a fucking strip club. Is
Yeah.
that basically? Yeah.
100%, dude. 100%. Yeah. Only,
my
you
God.
know,
Sounds about right.
people inside.
Alex is like, God, we should have gone there the last time we were in Cheyenne.
Yeah. Next time you guys drive through, for sure, stop by.
Cheyenne did not seem like a place that would have that.
No? Yeah, it's a military town, dude.
Isn't that where we went to fucking Applebee's?
Probably.
Yeah.
That was also your waitress also worked there.
Right.
Well,
That was also where we took Nugget to the hospital because she ate an allergy pill.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that. Oh my
Yep.
God. Way to bring it down, Miranda.
And they
all-
were like, what was the weirdest thing? So I'm sitting there in the ER. It's like 10 p.m. and there's like 17 prisoners also in the ER with like, I'm like, what is happening? Why are you all here? What? I don't. Weirdest thing that's ever happened to me. Like they
Cheyenne was
they
bizarre.
pulled up
I
like
felt-
a van and they just unloaded all of them. They're all
I've-
just sitting around in their freaking.
That's
hand
usually how it
packs
happens.
next to
Yeah, they
us.
roll them in.
I'm like,
I've never
all right.
been in a more suburban feeling place that also felt like it was really likely to be nuked at any moment.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's
200 nukes aimed right at
it
Cheyenne.
was like the fucking nuke test where they like built the 50s town, you know, with like the mannequins and shit, and then they fucking, you know what I'm talking about, that video?
Yeah.
It's like that, but like with real people in it is like what Cheyenne feels like.
When we were there, I remember Alex was like, "What's the population?" And I told him, and he's like, "Where is everybody?" And I was like, "They're all on the base. They're
They're all
not here."
drive-through.
They're all on the base, they're spread
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, bizarre.
There. It's, yeah, it really is. It's a wild town to live in. But
They're either working their shift at Applebee's or their shift at the drive-through stripper.
yeah, the green door. I'm telling you, stop there sometime. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Next time,
The lady working the stage, which was like a 2-foot by 2-foot raised portion underneath that fire sprinkler. Yeah, she had some between her boobies I'd never seen before.
A dick?
Next up,
Her belly button.
Candy.
What did you do? Were you air?
Yeah, I was Air Force.
Yeah. Nice. Chill.
I was a squid.
I was gonna be in the Navy, but I blew out my knee, and my chances of being a SEAL went out the window. So I just decided I was gonna go Air Force because,
Most people's chance of being a SEAL always goes out the window. That's
well,
ridiculous.
yeah, but I didn't even get a chance to try.
Fucking hell.
But
Yeah.
I just wasn't gonna be on a ship with 500 other dudes. So
No, you wanted to hang out with Candy instead.
yeah, I wanted to be in the RGB tent with Alex.
You wanted to hit up that candy corn. You
I
know what
brought
I'm
some
saying?
more taquitos, Alex. We got to keep this tent going.
Dutch oven. Dutch
He
oven.
saw that
That's
bitch.
the
He saw
laser.
that bitch popcorn with her cleavage once, and he was sold. That was it. He's like,
Oh.
Cheyenne, it is. Sign me up.
Jesus Christ.
And with that prayer, we're gonna end it.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We're at 1 hour. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of Emergency Stop. If you pay for
And
the
we're
show
so
like
sorry.
Anthony does, because he's an idiot, stop and
Stop.
get ready for the bonus episode that you won't hear because you should cancel.
That's where we talk about the real wild shit because we
That's-
know
That's
our
where
family
we're
won't
going to
listen
meet.
to it.
That's where we're going to meet Peach 8 boys. I want at least Peach 7.
He's like, I'm capping it at 6 tonight.
I
That's
want
reasonable.
Peach. I told the guys before we started recording, I was like, this episode is going to be called Peach 6 to Peach 7.
0 Dark 30 is what I wanted it. Yeah.
In the follow-up bonus episode, make sure you guys don't miss it. We're going to talk to Boyce about his stupid tribal tattoos.
Wait, what?
Oh, trifle.
The ones you can't see.
Alex, don't talk about stupid tattoos.
From the waist down.
Bro, I have all the stupid tattoos. I'm not saying I don't have
Fucking
stupid
A.
tattoos.
I have a guy fishing out of my asshole. Leave me alone.
I like my stupid tattoos because they remind me of a part of my life where I was a different person. And, I was like, man, that was real. That happened.
At
It's like
least
a
you
reminder.
didn't- at
It's
least
a
you
really
didn't
nice
have
way of saying when I was a
Tigger
dumbass.
tattoo.
Like a path marker. What the fuck? All right, that's it. Thank you for listening. Go.
The dryer, I swear.
We'll see you guys at the LGBTQ tent.
Bye, Anthony.
Oh,
Miranda just left. She didn't even wait for me to hit end recording. She's like, I'm out. Fuck this.